And welcome back to part 34 of Neptunia VIIR, where today we get the first Nep Station VR section we've had in like, what, 20 parts? Because with the whole episodic route of it, they didn't squeeze in any Nep Stations or VR events, I guess just for the sake of, well, you can do them in any order, it might affect how much sense it makes. But now every episode is done, we've only got one dungeon left of Act 2, which is we're going to storm AffimaX's base. But that's not going to be this part. This part is all cutscenes, getting everyone back together, and then prepping. I'm not kidding, I keep all the prep work I do, I kept it in because I thought it would be better to show you what I decide to do, what I decide to get and what I decide to keep, so if you're following along you at least know what I went for. Because entering the AffimaX base, it is a challenge in of itself. It is surprising how much it can sneak up on you, especially if you're playing the original V2. The bosses here, when we eventually get to them next part and Friday's part, are not easy even remotely. They're very brutally tough and can very easily catch you off guard. Even Neptune Break doesn't do that much to them, which is staggering, I know, but this is where Neptune Break's usefulness starts to run dry, at least for now. But as this one comes to an end, as for some reason we got Vert in a towel again, we have a VR section coming up, so we get to speak to Ultra Dimensions Neptune again, which is great.
Yoo-hoo! It's been a while. How have you been? I haven't been here in a while, huh? I almost feel a little bit embarrassed. Phew! I can finally take a break. Oh, that's right. Listen to this. I joined an organization recently, and the members are all really interesting. They've all got super unique and quirky personalities. One guy is a robot that seems like the epitome of dignity, and at first glance he seems stubborn and hard to get close to. But he loves busty blondes, and he totally changes how he talks when the subject comes up. I laughed so hard the first time I heard that. If I told him I know someone in Leanbox who's a busty blonde, I'm sure he'd light up and bite the hook. There's one other person who's also a robot. And he's a ninja. I couldn't help getting excited, and I tried to talk to him by yelling, "Hi! Ninja, why?" It looks like he's not very good at talking to girls, so the conversation went nowhere. He seems really skilled, though, so I wanted to learn some cool ninjutsu from him. Oh, I know! If he's not good with girls, maybe I could disguise myself as a guy. What do you think?
The name's Neptune. I'm a strapping boy who works for an organization.
I don't even know what kind of character I'm going for. Oh man, I'm so ridiculous. Oh man, it's already this time? I have to put that girl back in my book. Sorry for suddenly barging in again. I hope you'll still let me visit after this. Oh, that's right. Here, as thanks for talking with me, it's a present full of love for you. Just kidding. All right, bye-bye. I'll be back.
Neptune's actress does a surprisingly good male voice, like... Anyway, back to Hyperdimension. All the cutscenes are not voiced, so I gotta try my voices again. As suspected, AffimaX has been behind the many incidents occurring throughout the game industry. They supported both the Order in Last Station and the Revolutionary Army in Louis. In Leadbox, they were connected to the Gold Third member. As expected of you, Iffy, you're pretty good at this intelligence stuff to have it figured all out on your own. You're the Model Guild member. Thanks, Nep, but I didn't even break a sweat collecting all of this. By the way, Nepgear seems to be doing quite alright with Vert lately. I should be happy about Nepgear's successes, but knowing she's with Vert for this long, I can't say I feel too great about this. Anyway, here's to about our future plans. Let us confront AffimaX. Do we know where they are? I doubt a secret organization would be that easy to find. Please, leave that problem to me. From Waratu's testimony, I was able to ascertain AffimaX's base is an aerial battleship. So even after saying he wouldn't sell out his allies, he eventually spilled the beans, huh? But do we know where it is exactly? If they're up on a battleship somewhere, I'm not sure we'll be able to reach it. I have an ally with experience in this field, so I'm planning to ask for assistance. Therefore, I would like you to go to each of the nation and gather the remaining CPUs, Neptune. Ooh, so that means all 4 of us are on cool stories are finally finished up then. Woot. You can leave it to me. I was starting to get lonely since I haven't seen anyone in a while. Nep, even if you know such meta things, it's probably not best to say it out loud. IF and Compa, could you accompany Neptune as well? That's fine, but are you sure? It's been a while since we travelled together. When did we take this opportunity to bring souvenirs to the other CPUs? That sounds so cool. Let's bring a box of those Planetower cakes that come in the 24 pack of a big party and it'll be so insane. This is why. Oh, she needs a babysitter, got it. Please, be careful anyone. Hey, and we get a new skill, the Leafy Net Major Damage. I don't think I get to use that at all. Looking at the recording footage I've left, I don't think I squeeze in a point to use it. But because with AffimaX's base, I don't use IF and Compa, as you're going to see. Also, a nice little attention to detail that they're going to bring up here. Since the goddesses can fly, Neptune has to transform into a goddess form to carry people over. Oh, the ships and planes are still cancelled, aren't they? Yep, still cancelled. Well, you're up, Nep. Let's get a move out. I never imagined I'd have to cross an ocean carrying 2 people. I hope I don't drop anyone. But it actually shows in the gameplay. Every time you transfer over, she transforms. She goes HDD every time. I just thought that was a nice little thing they added on that you didn't really need to do, but they did anyway. Here we are at Leanbox. It's been quite a while since I've been here. Let's see. That is... Bah! Who is that weird person?
Oh, I haven't seen your faces around here. I see you've come to look at my neck muscles, and all means looking to your heart's content.
Well, the doggy man hasn't changed. Eh. Now, Goo-man. You shouldn't shock these girls so much. Another weird person appeared! There's no way such cute girls would have any interest in men's muscles. I'm sure they've come to see my nice body and take notes. More eek! Huh? Neptune! Oh, that voice, my dearest younger sibling, Nepgear! Neptune, you came to pick me up? That's right, Neptune. Now leap into your sister's arms. Okay. Not so fast. What the? Don't put a damper on our sentimentally sisterly reunion. Sisterly? How strange. I was most sure that Nepgear is my sister. Even if she was your sister, who was it that immediately sent her away despite having finally been reunited with her?
No fighting, you two. Here, feast your eyes upon my deltoids. They have been known to unify entire countries. They will surely patch this up.
Yeah, sure. No, my waist is much more suited to help them reconcile. I want out of this party. I like Mark II Strike. That's a nice callback to the second game. To have it Nepgear, IF and Compa, since just like in the original, it was a Nep sister, IF and Compa, and that was your starting team. So to have a special attack for keeping that starting team together, that's neat. Here we are at Last Station, man. It's been a while since I visited this place. The cityscape that excludes the perfect atmosphere for loners is definitely Last Station. Who's a loner? Yippee! That voice is Noir's, and Uni's here too. Hello. Never expected we'd run into each other so quickly. Could this be fate? Not at all. We heard reports of a group that sounded like you are headed to Last Station, so we thought we'd wait to see who it was. You wanted to meet us so badly, you were waiting this whole time for us? Oh, Noir, I missed you! Hey, don't lash onto me and yell in my ear like that. It's embarrassing. I couldn't see you for so long and I was lonely. Weren't you lonely too, Noir? I guess if I said I wasn't, it'd be a lie. Well, I'm happy to see you two again, Neptune. One fresh serving of cinder, eh? Now that's to determine Noir being her usual self. Let's head out. We'll beat up that secret organization. Woohoo! What did you mean by her usual self? Miss Noir, might she possibly be in pissy mode? What? And here I was, happy to meet up with you safely, and you just keep making your stupid jokes. You never change. I won't forgive you this time. Ah! You need... Please take these. Huh? Sweets? Souvenirs? They're the new Planetune sweets, Planetara cakes. I don't really get the point of where this is going, but thank you. What kind of shit show did we walk into? Hey, Assault Combo. Assault Combo was actually an EXE attack in the first 2 games, and it was really damn powerful if you could get it off. And I only know that because in the first game you had a team of 3, so I had Noir as Neptune's bench for the whole thing as her partner up at the mode. But let's go get Blah and Besco. The whole world changed, and yet Louis continues to be an icebox. There's a limit to being unreasonable here. No, you're the unreasonable one for expecting it to change. I forgot to bring heat pads. I'd like to go get somewhere warm. Good grief, you two. Fine. Since we don't know where Blanc is, let's head to the God Guild and ask around. Whew, this warmth is life-giving. I don't think I ever want to leave here again. Stop being ridiculous, you two. Let's search for Blanc. Have I seen your faces before? But are you acquaintances of Blarney? Yes, we are. Do you know her personally? Yes, I know her very well. If you have some business with her, she should be back soon, but... Yippee! I'm the first one in! I'm second. Now, you two. You'll bother other people, so don't be so loud. Oh, it's you, Neptune. You're right, Neptune's here! Nice to see you again, Neptune. Ah, the curt attitude is so nostalgic. This is Blanc's very essence. This is embarrassing, and please, for the love of game industry, don't lash onto me like that. Don't say that. Can't I hold on until I've replenished my supply of Blanium? But Blanium. Basically, it's the core component of you, Blan. I named it myself, of course. Then I should get my daily dose of Neptunium. Squeezy squeeze. Me too. Squeeze. So, what business do you have with me? You didn't just come to play, right? Allow me to explain that topic, and then miraculously fade to black to save us discussing we're going to go storm AffimaX. I see, so that's what's going on. But who are you? Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. I'm Sisha. I'm Louise Goldford. I was spying on you all and came up to greet you, but you were listening intently to the story, so I jumped in on my own. Yeah, so anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going to be going out for a while, it seems. It'll be lonely without you around, Blarney, but it's for the world's sake, so take care. I'm shocked. You're not coming? I'd love to come along as a golden pair, but I can't just leave this nation unattended to. I'll leave it to you, Blarney. Yes, leave it to me. The Schlangen. Oh, why do they have to give that name? They can't give Blanc an easy name for her attack. It's either Gefahrenstern or Zesterun or this. And that's pretty much it for all our normal little cutscenes. You're now gonna witness about 10 minutes of me going through every character. Now we've got the whole team together and setting up how I want my team composition for going into the AffimaX base I'll be storming tomorrow. The first things first, at this point in the game, since we don't have access to the Gold Third as party members, I go with a bit of an old school mentality of just making the main team the goddesses, the sub team the CPU candidates. Which means IF and Compa unfortunately are going to be sidelined for the whole of AffimaX's base. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it, unfortunately, but it is just how it is. I will try and squeeze in more use for IF and Compa because they do have some pretty fun attacks. It's just that they're so weak in this game compared to the other ones. If they ever re-release the first one, I'll be set because they're actually really good teammates in that one, especially the first game. Like, you get IF, Compa, and like maybe mages on it, you're set. They're a real good team balance. And Compa's the only one that can heal, so you kind of want her on your team because you're compromised otherwise is item healing. But as you might also notice, our credits are now at 51,000 because everyone's amount, what was left over, has now rounded. It's all came together. So Neptune's solo credit allowance, Noir's, Blanc's and Vert's, it's now all combined. So use that as your opportunity now to clean up upgrades on anyone that you missed out on. Because everyone should be around 40 to 43. You're going to get some outliers, of course, as you go along, but everyone should be around that part. Also, despite using Rom and Ram for an entire 2 dungeons, completely forgot to put on the parameter boost on either of them. So they were not at the strongest they could be for any of that either. And then I even put some upgrades on IF and Compa. But when you look at the general levels, like 45, but then Rom and Ram are 43, like it's not, everyone's not at the same sort of level. Like some people I did a bit more with than others. But we do have a lot to go with here with dealing with. Like we've got 4 discs we can build on and equip the people, which I want to do because look, extra physical, well, we lose physical resistance at the cost of gaining some magic resistance. Elemental damage, we don't have any red chips unfortunately, well any disc that accepts red chips. Then I just put on the other ones on that one because like look, we can get good elemental reduce, so I get light on it. And we've got a there we go, we've got 4 discs, so each main member of the team can have a disc equipped, which are great extra stat boosts. Oh god, I forgot I put the Solid Snake eye patch. And then of course everyone's dressed up the way you left them. Which does mean Uni's still in that weird maid costume we ended up finding in that subway. Yeah, she's still in her green, yeah, she's still in that. Rom and Ram still have their lovely little hairpiece. It's also a good chance now you've got everyone together to look at the couple ranks. Because I said whoever you've got tagging, like Netgear's tagging Neptune, so their couple rank will mean something between them. So you want to keep that in mind when using them, the higher their coupling rank. If their coupling rank's kind of low, it might be worth not having them as your teammate. And now I'm going to go on a binge getting new skills for everyone. You do, however, there is a partnership grid of skills near the end. I think it's like the last or second to last, right at the back, that you need to get the partner boost on, and then you need to get an individual boost for whatever character you've got like alongside you. So for Neptune's case, I need to get the default one, and then I need to get Netgear, and then on Netgear's I need to get the default one and then Neptune. It sounds, I'm making it sound more convoluted than it is, but once you look at it, it's just get the starting grid and then just get what character you want and you're good to go. Now you're going to see Neptune gets a physical attack for every element but darkness, meaning that Ram is still your best bet for complete elemental coverage because she has access to darkness as well. Every element is at her disposal. And because of Blant's amazing physical power, she gets 4, count them, 4 counter moves, with 2 of them being special based when you use them. Like one of them just stops a physical attack, one just stops a magic attack, but one will respond with Gefahlichstern and one will respond with Zerstörung. And so trust me, take them with you. Get them on Blant as soon as you can, because you never know when they'll be helpful. Also, she gets some elemental coverage as well with some of her power attacks, so I'm not really complaining. But we've already gone through 30,000 credits, I forget to bank in the rest of Noir's quests. No, Blant's quests even. I'll do that when I start recording Act 3, whenever I get around to recording Act 3. Well, I'll probably take a slight break once I finish this week's recording anyway, because I want to carry on playing Mary Skelter, because I'm really getting into that. I want to play a bit more of Super NEP RPG since I finally got that, and I'm having mixed feelings with it. I doubt I'll do a review video on it because I'm not that passionate about it. It's a spin-off at the end of the day, but it's kind of, like it's alright, it's just got its problems. As we continue the ultimate prep. This can, looking at the scout list, it's okay if it's a little intimidating. Now every single area in Hyperdimension is available to you. Just look at what each scout can do and say, okay, where would it be best to put this person? If you have someone who's recruiting scouts and you've had them around Planetoon for ages, throw them in Lane Box. They might find someone new there. If you find someone who's been finding a dangerous enemy, look at what dangerous enemies you've yet to encounter. Just take it slow and space it out. And then if you get about, shall we say, 10 or so new recruits, clear them all off and then reassign them all. Well, was it on a certain online? Oh, I didn't get to read that. This is quite bold. Her picture has become one of a macho man with 3 prolonged spear as well. Neptune, the evil pudding god from the pudding planet. She used the national budget to buy tons of luxury puddings worldwide, and the base of Neptral Tower is one of these. She puts pudding at the end of all her sentences. They're not wrong about her liking puddings, but this kind of spiteful writing is awful. Yeah, welcome to Wikipedia. There are far too many strange parts, but I'm not sure what the ill will, but even though an online encyclopedia is only edited by anyone is lacking credibility, most of the nation seem to be taking it. We must restore it as soon as possible. Then please leave it to me. I'll write up a whole bunch of good points about Neptune. But please wait, Nepgear. That is a problem in and of itself. Yeah, that's still biased, Nepgear. Meanwhile, Lady Neptune's page, controlled hard, top keck. BTW, Nep is dead. There should be good for the blog today. Looks like the encyclopedia entry I vandalized has been updated. It's time to start an edit war. This is strange. Far from fixing the entry, it's just a creepy amount of amendments defending the CPU. She's happy-go-lucky, but she gets things done when it counts. The face when she's putting is one to die for. Citation needed, pleb. There. Damn SteamX. Nepgear, a dictionary's commentary is one that should be based on fact, and... I'm sorry, I went and erased it, but it really is the truth. I'm home. What's wrong, you two? Seems she herself is not bothered by it, or has even realised it. I will return the entry to yesterday's state, and place a lock on editing it. Neptune, Noir, Blanc, Vert. Nepgear, Uni, Rom and Ram. Finally, the day has arrived where we are all able to gather together. Despite the pleasant reunion, our situation is dire. Ever since game industry has changed, it has been mired in chaos because of AffimaX. Yeah, we've been made aware of that back at home as well. When I interrogated the captured order members, they told us everything. They didn't know anyone by name, but the world has changed because of a certain few. These same people have been advertising the order. It was the same in Louis. The captured revolutionaries said something similar. In order for the revolutionaries to control Louis, they had AffimaX rewrite history and make it seem like Louis had always utilised a license system. They didn't name any names either. Goodness, it was the same for you too. Did you experience this as well, Lady VIIR? Yes, members of AffimaX have been leading Escher a hand so she could fulfill her objective. I, however, was able to learn of their names as members of the few, one being R4, the other being the big Neptune we met in Zero Dimension. No way, my other self was actually a member of the secret organisation? Even if she isn't a proper protagonist, she's still a Neptune! Man, oh man, oh man. I know this series has been some over-the-top moments so far, but I never expected another Dimension's me to be the enemy. So currently, if we exclude Warachu, it's clear the members of the organisation are the Ninja SteamX, R4, the other Neptune, and the mysterious unidentified girl. But I cannot believe that this is all of them. As to continue, it is certain that the group is involved in the world's organisation. But how will we launch an attack then? Have you already found them? Yes, a skilled hacker acquaintance of mine happens to be visiting this dimension and helped me identify their location. Is Anodef? Why is it I have a really bad feeling about this? Because it's Anodef, the best character of the last game. Well, alongside Plutia. As long as the opponent's forces are unknown, for the plan, the CPUs will storm directly, as 10 persons must infiltrate the aerial battleship, their base of operations. Remember, the enemy is an organised capable of recreating the world, so please exceed caution. I snuck inside to tame some material on the general's site, but this is quite alarming. I must hurry back and inform the general. SteamX just kind of exists. How does no one notice a big purple robot? Meanwhile, oh no, everyone needs to get a rest in a hot spring. I can't imagine a hot spring right now. It's so hot where I am right now. Jeez, History's really pushy, telling us to head out as soon as we arrive here. This situation is indeed dire. It's only expected. Hey, Gold Third wasn't always Gold Third, right? Weren't they all strangers before? I heard about that from Sisha. Supposedly Bisha found an NMR magazine in the park, which was an article about world destruction. Of course, everyone beside Bisha didn't believe the prophecy, but shortly after, the Gold Summits appeared. After reading the prophecy, all four panicked and scaled the summits to save the world and ended up receiving the Golden Power. Afterwards, since they had just obtained the power, they wanted to test how strong they were and they interrupted our match. Ah, so that was their story. It was quite a blessing in disguise that it was those four who bore no ill intentions. By the way, the world has been reorganized, so is there any changes to yourselves? My shares have gone down somewhat, but there's no change to speak of otherwise. Everything's about the same for me too. Blan has... oh, how unfortunate. It appears Blan hasn't reorganized in areas where she could have used it. For God's sake, Bert. Damn it, Thunder Tits! You give that up already. Do I have to murder you? They never change. It's been a while since all four of us have been able to meet up together like this. Yeah, we went through a lot of trouble, but it was a good experience. I was able to meet Keisha too. I had a super amazing experience too, right, Rom? Ram and I both became hunters. You were kicking monsters' butt left and right. Wow, you two are great. Good job. What about you, Netgear? Me? Oh, Uni, if you could excuse me for a second. But you always just so suddenly start massaging people's chests. I just have a feeling that your chest has gotten a little larger. Did you grow a little? I haven't. No way, you must have. I remember your size when you transform. You've forgotten that my chest gets smaller when I go HDD, haven't you? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It's been a while. What has only happened to you, Uni? I don't know. That's why I want to know. Then we'll investigate it for you. Ram and I will be the doctors. Uni, please show us your chest. Alright, I'll investigate it too. Yeah. My bath towel's gonna come off, so don't touch there. Seriously, I'm weak there. No, seriously, I'm ticklish. Stop, please. Now, Uni, it's possible you've been affected by the reorganization, so you have to investigate thoroughly. Damn it, why does this always happen to me? Uni's my favourite of the CPU candidates.
The month's sales have increased 10 times last month. If this increase continues, we should be able to pay off the loan on this battleship swiftly.
This battleship was purchased on a loan.
It would be impossible for an individual to purchase a battleship in one payment. SHAREfactory and I managed to buy the ship after researching about it for over a year, and even creating an effective payment plan.
Hey, come on, no one wants to hear about real stuff like loans or debts or plans. People are here to play a game, jeez. Uh-oh, and how are your plans progressing?
Listen and be amazed, for all of the game industry's information is well within my grasp. Similar sites to ours have been driven to ruin, with SHAREfactory creating false scandals about them, and we have a monopoly on advertising fees.
I see, good for you. And what of the retrieval of my item?
There have been no shortcomings. We have already gathered all 4.
If so, then I'll collect them as agreed.
5 trillion credits paid in advance.
You scum, that wasn't in the agreement.
Yeah, that's not even the going rate of black market for what you've got there. Don't think we won't sue you. I fulfilled my promise of achieving them. However, I never said I would hand them over to you for free.
You money-mongering idiot.
Why do you say that like it's an insult? The world runs on money. Money is everything. There's no sin in seeking it out. Hi, Mr. Krabs.
We'll have to take him by force. Neptune.
Yes, sir, Arbor.
This is easy for someone like me. Huh? There's one missing.
It appears you've made a mistake.
Can never count on you when I need to. I'll have to take him on myself.
That's as far as you go, Lady R4. I'm not sure what's happening here, but as a ninja who serves under the general, I cannot turn a blind eye.
Woo, ninjas are so cool.
Lady R4 and Lady Neptune, and anyone who points a sword towards a general, I will have to pay their sin in hell.
To think the moody ninja would turn now of all times. Neptune, we're calling off playing with these idiots for now. We're returning with what we have. I can't wait to stay together a little longer, but I guess you're the boss.
Are you fleeing?
Go, warp!
Giving Ultra Dimension Neptune the ability to dimension hop is way too dangerous for power, so they've escaped. But what is going on, General? Good work, SHAREfactory, but there's nothing you need to know of. Again! So what are the results of your spying? It's actually an emergency. The CPUs have caught on to us and are heading towards the battleship. So the time has finally come. However, CPUs without the power of faith stand no chance against me. Even when relying on R4's lot, I'll capture the CPUs and request a lot of them. Ha 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 ha! Oh, as expected of you, General, I'll follow you for life. Ridiculous. Follow me for life, you say? Did I say something strange? SHAREfactory, you're fired. What? General, what are you saying? Such a joke is bad for my heart. It is no joke. We've been in a recession as of late. Recession? Even if society is in recession, are you not profiting, General? Don't you nitpick me. A recession is a recession. And haven't you found a path that is not aligned with my school of busty blondes? Well, that is, not only are you walking the path exactly opposite of the way of busty blondes, you become infatuated with a real girl. That isn't... Surely this is worth certain death. Cut your own stomach or leave. Choose whichever you wish. But I believed in you, General! So he's gone. I apologize, T-Max. Now that the CPUs have learned of our existence, all I can do is release you. Even I am no match for them. Besides, I cannot make you fight the person you have feelings for. I knew you were calling yourself a gentleman thief Giro in front of that girl. Live long in my stead as the gentleman thief Giro instead of the ninja Steamax. A girlfriend, huh? Even just once I'd like to have had one.
So very sad, Affimojus. I'm sad as well, to think you'd betray me.
So it is you.
I can still forgive you, even after all of this. Go and hand over to R for it immediately.
I refuse. I obtained this myself. There is nothing wrong with me sending it to those who want it.
Have you gotten too obsessed with your abilities and become a demon of money, or are you merely acting that way? But this is troubling. As you can see, I have no reality here, so I can't even touch anything. At this rate, the CPUs will take back what you worked so hard to steal. Then I suppose you'll just have to protect it to make sure it won't be taken. Next time on Neptunia V2R, we're going to storm AffimaX's base. Until then, take care.